Hello everyone, welcome to my chess and game series. In the previous few videos, we have discussed about double rook checkmate, single rook checkmate, queen checkmate, and we also did the practice of single queen checkmate with different positions. So, so this video, I'm going to explain about the double bishop checkmate. The double bishop mate is again the first target should be to drag the king all the way to the last line. That should be our first target. And through this video, you will be able to understand how to use the two bishops to drag the king. All right. So before starting, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to subscribe it. So you will be able to see the next videos also, and you will be able to see the previous videos also. So let's see. So with a pair of bishops, more thoughts are required. Like the two bishops need to be on the adjacent diagonal to form a barrier like this. And like in the rook's case, we were creating a wall and then making the wall smaller and with each and every move. So here also we are going to make a barrier with the two bishops and slowly but surely we are going to shift this diagonal like this, and this king will, go on the edge of the board. So first, let's see, this bishop is already having a wall here. It's having controlling this, dividing the two boards into two halves. Play the bishop. We play the bishop here. Now we have two walls, and if you see it properly, this king got stuck on this red triangle. Now with each and every move, we are going to make this triangle smaller and smaller. Let's see. Okay, the king will try to attack the bishop, but no need to worry. Just move your bishop to a good square. Let's say we can move it to g3. Now the good question arises, our good friend bishop, why it is going on g3, why it's not going on h2? Because in future we want to shift this bishop over here. So from this square, obviously there is no diagonal to be shifted. So as we look along the diagonals, the a8 h1 diagonal, this a8 and h1 diagonal, and the next is b8 and h2 diagonal. This is a diagonal. We see that black's king is restricted and that it therefore has no hope of going to the other wing of the board. It has to stay here. So he will try to play this, but as we see, these two bishops are doing their great job. Just let's bring the king to e3. King will try going up. And here, one more thing, we can't give a check, thinking that it's shifted, the king will move here, but no, the king is going to move here. It will go out of the wing. We don't want that, so why don't we play the king? Now, if again king goes there, then we can again play the king here. So king comes to f5. Just let's take an example. So we take the approach. And here we see the king is also helping the two bishops. So king f6, the king will not try to go to the edge of the board. So now we can actually shift our bishop like this. Now we see we have shifted the bishop. It will try to attack our bishop, but again, play the bishop over here so that in future again we can shift there. Now king f6 again. Okay, here also if you see it properly, we can actually shift the bishop, this bishop now, to take away that one, and the king has to be shifted. Let's say king goes f7. Now king e5, king g6, and then we have again the shifting, bishop e8, king g7. Now this king got stuck on this triangle. So here we go, bishop e7, taking away all of the squares, not allowing the king to go and attack our friend bishop, because this is the one who will be helping you. So king h7, because that's the way. Bring the king f6. Bring it closer to this is a great idea. It can go up here. As you can see, the bishop's controlling that one, not allowing the king to get escaped. You can give a bishop f8 check. King moves up to h7. That's the only square available. But then you play your king to g6. Now, this is the ideal position for your king whenever you are doing the double bishop mate. This or this. against the corner. You can see against the corner, we will have the L shape with the king. This will be the ideal position. And once your king reaches to this line, to this square, and then you're gonna use your bishops to do the checkmate. Similarly on this corner also, and similarly on this corner also, similarly on this corner also. So every corner, the ideal position should be for the king is should be like that. Okay. So let's say the king has to move up to h8. Now, here, what we want to do here, there's a checkmate coming if you see it properly, because what we don't want the king to escape. So we can give a waiting move here, just a normal waiting move this, or we can also give a waiting move, bishop d7. The king has to come here. That's the only move. And once the king comes here, we have a check here. King goes up here, and then we will have a checkmate. So yeah, let's check. King has to go up h8, and now bishop g7 will simply checkmate. That's how it. With bishop e7, this bishop, it will also take some time. Let's say king has to come here. Then you don't want this king to get escaped, so you have to play bishop to g5 to control the square. King has to go. And now here, again, you have to give a waiting move with this bishop. Coming here, king has to come, and then bishop to f5 check, king has to go there, and then g7, this f6 check. So similarly, in the previous position, when we are moving these bishops, so we can see this dark square bishop was already here, so it was immediately giving it. So we can say out loud that this bishop is a waste of a move. So why don't, because the king is going to the corner, we have always this check available. Our king is giving a good support to our bishop. So that's why the bishop to d7 is the way to go. And this bishop is also our good friend bishop. It's controlling that one. So yeah, this is the way how to do the double bishop mate. There is another possible way also. I'll show you. I just want to have a quick progress. Let's see. We have first we're gonna play the bishops into, we want to put the bishops like this. If we can put the bishops like this, the bishop will be controlling this thing. And now we're gonna make this thing smaller and smaller. So let's say, okay, let's give a waiting move. King comes, and now let's say put the bishop here. This is also one of the other way to do a checkmate. Okay, not that diagonal, this diagonal. So you see, this is the other way of shifting the king. Let's say the king moves. We can play the king. 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 King moves here. Now here, make sure this is some kind of the black king can get very smart, and he will trying to smart to go on this square. And if you play here, and that's it, it's a stalemate. So yeah, never fall for these kind of little tricks. So if the king moves, what you do, just play the king here, and the king moves here. Now take away this square. How can we take away this square from the king? By playing the bishop. King moves here. Now take away that square. King has to move. We can play here. If the king comes back here, we give a check. The king has to go there. Now take the opposition. Okay, here don't take the opposition first. You can still give a check, and forcing the king to go to the other side, and then take the opposition. So the king is not coming here because of your bishop, and king tries to go there. Then you can play opposition. If the king comes again here, then we have a check, and king goes there, we have a check, and then king goes there, we have a check. So yeah, this is the other way of doing the bishop's checkmate. I think this would look like easy, but the thing is, it will be only easy if opponent's king is trying to be smart. Otherwise, it will be also taking very time. Let's say the king moves here. Now you want to have to do like this stuff, making your bishops like this. Okay, king moves here again. Then you're going to do this if the king attacks. Now, if you see here, we can't give this check because the king escaped. So what we do, we give a first waiting move. Like this we can give. Controlling this, the king has to go there, and then we can play our bishop here. Again, so this is the way. Now the king has to move. You bring the king. King will move, and you can play the bishop here. Now the king has to go downside, and then you take away this. King has to move, and here first you take the opposition. King will try to go there. Now you have to give a waiting move. So make sure to keep controlling these squares, not allowing the king to get escaped. So playing a bishop, king moves, and then take away this square. Now the same pattern. Take away this, the king moves here. And now don't play the bishop here because of a stalemate. So let's give a waiting move, playing the bishop. King comes, check, and then we have a checkmate. So yeah, these are the different possible ways that how your two bishops can help your king to checkmate the opponent's king. And yeah, so yeah. So subscribe to my channel and wait for the next practice session of the double bishop also. It's on the way. And I hope everyone is doing well. So we'll see you again with some more interesting stuffs. That is all for today.